Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation and award ceremony of our school for the academic year 2019-2020. We begin the evening with the entrance of the graduating class of 2020. Opening speech by the Director General, Mr. Dimitris Grigoriou, but read by Mr. Nikos Grigoriou.
Me before. My name is Nikos Grigoriou. I am the co-director of the school. I am representing Mr. Dimitris tonight because he is unable to attend. The speech I will read is written exclusively by him, and it is his words only. I am merely his spokesperson. Here it goes. Dear graduates, a rather strange and unusual academic year has finally come to an end. 2 months or so ago, during the lockdown, the possibility of not returning to school before the end of the school year loomed, causing anxiety for all of us. For you, the students, your teachers, your parents, and the school administration, for obvious reasons. The strict measures imposed by the government, though, did pay off, affording us the opportunity to return to school so that academically you could have closure. Once we got that out of the way, the roller coaster ride of whether we would have a graduation ceremony began. Intense discussions between all who had a vested interest began, and honestly, our decisions were changing almost daily. The green light given by the government has led us here tonight, a final postscript to your secondary education. I know very well that your parents would have preferred to be sitting in the audience tonight, watching you, the graduating class of the Grammar School 2020, being honored by your school, your achievements, your accomplishments. Unfortunately, under the present circumstances, this is all that is permitted. However, I can say with great certainty that all of you here tonight will be attending many more graduation ceremonies in the future, and your parents will be given the opportunity to admire you on a grander stage. I have stood at this very podium and have delivered my graduation speech to hundreds of graduates before you. Over the years, my speeches seem to have developed a common thread, tying them all together. This year, more than ever, I feel that a similar message needs to be delivered with even more urgency, with the hope that you will be able to capitalize on the momentum created. In December 2019, and for months afterwards, all of Australia was burning with forest fires. As a result, many people lost their lives, homes and entire communities were turned to ash. At the same time, China was reporting its first cases of COVID-19. I'm sure that we all felt that these two events were far away and localized incidents. There was no need to worry. During the devastating fires, scientists insisted that they were a result of global warming and climate change that has been going on for a number of years. In recent years, we have seen similar fires ravaging forests across the globe, whether they be in the United States, the Amazon, Siberia, or even here in Cyprus. The warning signs have been there for some time. The virus was something we all thought would eventually go away, until it didn't, and it turned into a pandemic. As we speak, the death toll continues to rise daily, and scientists cannot predict when it will end. In the past, there have been fair warnings by viruses and diseases such as mad cow, bird flu, MERS, SARS, and Ebola, just to name a few. Yet, we ignored these warnings, and COVID-19 hit us like a tidal wave, affecting every corner of the world. In both cases, governments scrambled to justify their lack of preparedness and slow responses. Then they went on to spin, twist, and justify their ineptitude, while the numbers of deaths rose from the virus. The fires took human and animal lives, along with the destruction of communities and forests on an unprecedented scale. History will determine whether we have learned our lesson. It seems like it will only be a matter of time, though, that we may be hit by another pandemic. And again, the most vulnerable will be left at the mercy of their incompetent governments. And the summer months, when it is hot and dry, will most probably bring more fires around the world with the same results if matters aren't addressed. The pandemic has brought to light other diseases in our communities. The pandemic has brought to light other diseases our communities are plagued with, that of inequality. Although the pandemic did not discriminate, it seems to have hit minority communities and those that are less economic fortunate more than others. As the virus continues to spread across the globe, there is fear that it will devastate poor communities worldwide. These are the people that live in close quarters with one another and are unable to distance themselves. These same communities have little, if any, access to clean food and water, sanitary conditions, medicines, and hospitals. The situation is indeed dire, and the predictions are frightening. By the time the fires in Australia subsided, it seems the Black Lives Matter movement ignited new flames. The burning of cars and property were symbolic images to the fires that were raging in the hearts and souls of the Black community that has been suffering from inequality, oppression, marginalization, systemic and institutionalized racism for hundreds of years. The sparks from Minneapolis spread not only across the United States, but also to numerous countries across the globe. For example, the UK, France, Australia, and Brazil, just to mention a few. The rage from this movement that we witness every night on the news may have already affected different aspects of our life. Statues representing controversial figures have toppled, certain flags have been outlawed, and athletes take a knee in support of the movement. The fact that thousands defied social distancing rules and ignored warnings of viral infections to demand changes in the name of life and liberty allows me to be optimistic that something good may eventually come out of this mess. As you move on to your higher education, regardless of your field of study, you will be confronted with these and many more issues that simply have not been addressed competently over the years. It seems that as a species, we humans seem to prefer to be reactive rather than proactive, temporarily fixing the problems, if that, without actually solving them. We need to destroy the planet by polluting the environment, only to realize that we need to recycle and avoid plastic. We need to blacken the land and melt the ice caps through global warming, only to realize that we need to decrease the emission of greenhouse gases. And we have put animals on the verge of extinction before we realize that we are overfishing and overhunting for food or for trophies. Lives have to be unjustly lost through wars or police brutality before we realize that we are religious bigots and racists. People have to be left homeless and die on the streets of hunger and diseases before we realize that there are class inequalities. Women have to be physically and psychologically abused and denied their rights to life before we realize that there is sexism in the world. We need to have pandemics that kill hundreds of thousands of people before we realize that we need to be more cautious on how and what we process as food and how quickly viruses spread. As young scholars and later as professionals, you must avoid the mistakes of previous generations. And through your studies and research, you must learn to deal with the issues of the day and find viable solutions to save yourselves, your families, and future generations from the plagues of the past. You need to develop a consciousness on how to live to actually protect the environment. You have to become more conscious about how we process everything in our food chain to protect your health and to stop the spreading of viruses and diseases. And you need to develop a consciousness about how you view your fellow human beings. Do away with racism, sexism, and religious prejudice, and learn to live and respect the lives of your fellow human beings. Look beyond their color, their nationality, whether they are Muslims, Christians, or Jews, and look beyond their gender and their sexual orientation. Learn to respect every individual as just that, and not label them. Remove racism from your language and stop using derogatory adjectives that describe individuals. And develop a consciousness that allows you to view each other and every individual as a human being, equal and no different from you. The momentum is there now. Seize the momentum, take action, and make the necessary changes to cure your community, your country, and the globe of the many viruses and diseases we are inflicted with. Educate yourself so that you may participate in the legal, political, economic, scientific, and medical changes that need to be made so that we can all live as free individuals, free in our life and liberties, and free from the diseases of the past. Be proactive in finding viable solutions to these issues. Otherwise, you will be guilty of repeating the mistakes of past and present generations. In the future, being reactive may not be good enough. Dear graduates, over the last 7 years, we have watched you grow from innocent children into mature young adults that are well prepared for the next steps in your educational careers. You have conducted yourselves in an exemplary manner over the years, but more so upon your return from the lockdown. You have worked relentlessly to achieve your grades, and I am proud to say that you have all succeeded admirably. Your teachers and I are proud of your accomplishments, and we rest assured that as graduates of this school, you will continue to make us proud in the future. Furthermore, I am sure that your determination, combined with your strong work ethic, will bring about the changes we so desperately need. Your future is in your hands. Seize the moment and don't listen to anyone that says that you can't. In closing, I would like to thank all of the students for being part of this school and contributing to its success, so that success is measured academically, theatrically, or athletically. You have set the standard for future seventh years to match, and you have set the bar quite high. Honestly, it has been an honor to have you at this school, and I wish you all the success in the future. I would also like to thank all the parents for the many years of support. It has been a difficult end to the academic year for everyone, but in the end, we have successfully completed the task we set out to do. We congratulate you for having raised and instilled the students with the proper morals and values that are not always readily found these days. Your children have been mature, well-mannered, well-behaved, and they have been a pleasure to work with. All of these qualities start from the home, and therefore you should be congratulated. And finally, I thank all of the teachers, managerial, and administrative staff for the hard work they always put in during the year, but more importantly this year through the lockdown. We all had to adapt to a new teaching and learning process overnight, but the experience will have made us better educated in the long run. Once again, I apologize for not personally being here tonight for the reasons you all know, but I am here in spirit, and I wish that everyone remains safe and healthy for years to come. Congratulations once again to the graduating class of 2020, and hopefully the only graduating class to have survived a quarantine. Thank you very much.
A speech by the headmaster, Mr. Michael Lazar.
Αγαπητοί συνάδελφοι, τελειόφιλοι μας κουκι-κουκι. Η ομιλία μου εμένα θα είναι πιο σύντομη, αλλά όπως βλέπω θα ασχοληθεί με τα ίδια θέματα που ασχολήθηκε ο κύριος Δημήτρης Γρηγορίου. Πράγμα που δείχνει ότι η γενιά μας πλέον αρχίζει να ανησυχεί πραγματικά για την οικολογική καταστροφή του πλανήτη μας. Επιτέλους τα καταφέραμε. Καταφέραμε να τελειώσουμε την ύλη και να σας δώσουμε ένα σωστό βαθμό στο απολυτήριό σας. Ελπίζω να συμβεί και το ίδιο στα αποτελέσματα των GCs, Θεού θέλοντος, και AQA και Excel επιτρέποντος φυσικά. Καταφέραμε να οργανώσουμε και την τελετή αποφοίτησής σας. Μια τελετή αποφοίτησης που σίγουρα είναι διαφορετική από κάθε άλλη τελετή που έζησα τα τελευταία 40 χρόνια που είμαι στο Grammar School. Μια τελετή μακριά από τους γονείς σας και τους γνωστούς και φίλους σας που ίσως να σας βλέπουν τώρα μπροστά σε μια οθόνη ηλεκτρικού υπολογιστή ή τηλεόραση. Παρόλα αυτά όμως, μια τελετή αποφοίτησης είναι μια γιορτή για σας, αγαπημένοι μου, μια γιορτή για ό,τι πετύχατε με κόπο και μόχθο τα τελευταία 7 χρόνια στο Grammar School. Τώρα μόνο θα πρέπει να σας απασχολεί το τι θα ακολουθήσει από εδώ και μπρος. Ο δρόμος που θα ακολουθήσετε, όμως, να θυμάστε ότι ανήκει πλέον αποκλειστικά σε εσάς, γιατί το μονοπάτι της γνώσης που θα ακολουθήσετε θα είναι αυτό που θα διαμορφώσει το χαρακτήρα σας και θα σας δώσει το εισιτήριο για μια καλύτερη σταδιοδρομία. Αυτή είναι η δική μου συμβουλή. Ακολουθήστε αυτό που πραγματικά αγαπάτε εσείς και να θυμάστε πάντα ότι αυτό που μαθαίνετε με ευχαρίστηση δεν θα το ξεχάσετε ποτέ. Ακολουθήστε λοιπόν το σωστό δρόμο που εσείς νομίζετε ότι θα σας φέρει την ευτυχία και την επιτυχία. Μερικοί από εσάς στο τέλος θα είναι σε θέση με τις γνώσεις που θα αποκτήσουν να κάνουν τη διαφορά και να αλλάξουν τον κόσμο μας προς το καλύτερο, γιατί εμείς, όπως λέει και το γνωστό τραγούδι, για αλλού κινήσαμε, για αλλού η ζωή μας πάει. Ρύπανση, σκουπίδια, φυτοφάρμακα, λίμματα, φωτιές στον Αμαζόνιο, στη Σιβηρία, στην Αυστραλία, πόλεμοι καταστρέφουν τον πλανήτη μας και ασχημένουν τη ζωή μας. Αφαιρούν το χρώμα, το φως, τη ζεστασιά και τη χαρά και κάνουν τη ζωή μας όλο ένα πιο γκρίζα, ψυχρή και ανάποδη. Τούτη λοιπόν την πορεία της συνεχούς και αδυσόπιτης καταστροφής πρέπει εσείς η νέα γενιά να τη σταματήσετε εδώ. Δεν μπορείτε να μείνετε απλοί παρατηρητές όπως μείναμε εμείς η παλιά γενιά και να παρακολουθείτε με απάθεια την επερχόμενη καταστροφή του πλανήτη μας. Αν θέλετε να διαφυλάξετε τη δική σας ζωή αλλά και τη ζωή των παιδιών σας. Σωστή εκπαίδευση όμως δεν είναι μόνο η γνώση αλλά και η διαμόρφωση ακέραίου χαρακτήρα που θα σας βοηθήσει να ζήσετε με αξιοπρέπεια, να διαμορφώσετε νέους κανόνες συμπεριφοράς μακριά από φιλετικές διακρίσεις και μίση και να βοηθήσετε τους συνανθρώπους σας που θα ζητήσουν τη βοήθειά σας. Στοχεύσετε λοιπόν ψηλά. Έχετε εμπιστοσύνη στον εαυτό σας και ζήστε το όνειρό σας και όχι το όνειρο κάποιου άλλου, γιατί είναι πιο εύκολο να αποτύχετε όταν δεν ακολουθήσετε τον δρόμο που εσείς δεν διαλέξετε. Έχετε λοιπόν εμπιστοσύνη στις δικές σας δυνάμεις και σας εύχομαι ό,τι καλύτερο για το μέλλον. Ο Θεός μαζί σας.
We continue with the farewell speeches by our valedictorians. Due to time constraints, the President of the Student Council will not be making a speech. A speech in English by graduate Ioanna Solomonidis.
Wow, it's actually the first time that I look taller than you guys. Good evening, my fellow graduates, teachers, parents, and friends who are watching our graduation online. I know this is not how we imagined our senior year to end, and it has certainly been a profound experience on many levels. I'm extremely grateful for our teachers that even during quarantine, they stuck by our side and show us how dedicated and committed they are towards their jobs. To everyone watching this graduation, we, the class of 2020, thank you. Because even if you don't know it, you've helped us in your own separate and special way. A special thanks goes to Mr. Grigoriou, Mr. Azaz, and the rest of the management. But the biggest thank you goes to our family, who are next to us every step of the way. Thanks, Mom, Dad, and Christo, who were dealing with me. Bet you didn't know I would be this annoying. Even though the past months were rough, we have prevailed. These times strengthened our appreciation of things we took for granted. One of these being the freedom to be with our classmates and to communicate with our teachers within our school environment and not on screen. Here we are, celebrating our last day of high school together, celebrating the last time we'll see each other in this building, celebrating a milestone before the next step in our lives. Despite this unexpected twist that chained our wings, it is our time to fly now. We've been waiting for this moment for the past 7 years, and we are very thankful that under these circumstances, we're still having a graduation. However, it is inevitable that we have conflicting feelings. Do you all feel it too? The joy of starting a new chapter in life, but the nostalgia of ending an old one is all that we all feel. There's no doubt that in one way or another, we're all ready to leave high school, but I'm sure we'll miss this environment. I'll miss the chaos in the parking lot every morning at 8 o'clock, complaining about my classmates not knowing how to park. and then realizing that maybe I was a problem. Another thing I'm sure we'll miss is Mr. Azaz going around classes saying cookie cookie and throwing everything out of our pencil cases. I can't keep on listing the things we'll miss without mentioning the people who manage to put up with us on a daily basis. We will never forget Miss Eva screaming at us, "Do you want to have an early breakfast?" Or, "Αποφασίσαμε να έρθουμε σχολείο?" You can obviously see how much she loves us. Or Miss Antonia always asking, "So guys, does this make sense? Yes, no, maybe?" And I'm sure all of my classmates will never forget me saying, "Παιδιά, είπε μου ο κύριος Λίνος." I'm honestly surprised that some of you made it on time for graduation, Rebecca, or that some of you are even in Cyprus. Yes, I'm talking to you, Jacob. English debates would not have been the same if it wasn't for Bianca's feminist views and Bolshakov's forwardness. And lastly, I'll always remember class 1 when all the girls were crushing on this one guy from class 1A. You know who you are, don't act surprised. In all seriousness, look around. We have grown with teachers that evolved into friends. We have bonded with friends who turned into family. It was a pleasure meeting all of you guys. And even if we drifted apart with some or got closer with others, the truth is we grew up together. Look around. Every person in this room has molded who you are today. Someone has inspired you to do better in school, or at least one individual has become a true friend. When we leave these walls, we are on our own. No teacher is going to be there to guide us. No parent is going to be there saying, "Come home, you have school tomorrow." We are on our own, whether that means going to the army or starting our university lives. But we have a choice. We have the choice to build our own lives. We have the choice to decide our future for ourselves, because what we call future is not that far away. And we have the choice to wake up every morning and go on to achieve our goals. Even if the destination is unclear for most of us, there's always a next level. And as challenging as it may be, we don't choose how hard it's going to be. But what we can choose is how hard we will work to persevere and overcome any obstacles. Dear graduates, friends, dear class of 2020, we made it. We survived high school. I want to wish every single one of you good luck, and I'm sure you will go on and achieve great things because I know you're talented and unique individuals. Cheers to us. Cheers for making high school an unforgettable experience, and cheers to whatever the future holds. Thank you and have a lovely night.
A farewell speech for our graduate, Joachim Avram.
Good evening, teachers, parents, fellow graduates. As we are all aware, this is not the graduation that we wanted or expected at the start of the academic year. In our minds, we were anticipating 3 tiring months of constant revision, stress, and exams. Instead, we were hit by a global pandemic that has had an influence on our lives in one way or another. Yet, we are lucky enough to say that we still have the ability to move on to further education, despite the fact that our A-level exams were cancelled, and for that, we should be grateful. We should also be grateful for the multiple friendships that we have built as a class over all these years. In my case, I have known a lot of you for almost 15 years, and I think it's fair to say that we have all changed a lot ever since we entered the junior school, transitioning from curious kids to adults. With you guys, I have shared beautiful moments such as the school shows where we would dress up in traditional Cypriot outfits or dance to Michael Jackson songs in front of our parents who sat there awkwardly watching us and probably couldn't wait until the show was over. Sports days also provided unforgettable experiences. Whether you were on yellow, blue, green, or red team, you would always try your best as if you were competing at the Olympics. Furthermore, the annual carnival events were always a blast and ended with a fiercely competitive game of dodgeball that would form a spectacle local for any fewer. As much as I would love to continue reminiscing junior school memories, it would be wrong and downright shameful to leave out the rest of the graduating class, who we were very fortunate to join us from various schools along the way. Admittedly, the first year of high school was a very interesting one, as we were all a bit shy, but over time, we formed a great class that has achieved significant things, such as raising thousands of euros for charity. As the graduating class of 2020, we have created memories that will be remembered for a long time, including our celebrations on the last day of school, our geography trips to Bafos, and of course, our eventful trips to Gagobetria. Knowing that after tomorrow's prom, many of us won't see each other again for a long time leaves me with a peculiar feeling, one that I'm sure many of you share. In this speech, it would be impossible not to mention COVID-19 and the devastating effects it has had on the world. We, as an island, seem to be doing well judging by the number of recent cases. However, other countries are not so fortunate. I think what this pandemic has done is make us all realize that we shouldn't take the relationships we share with others for granted. Being stuck at home for 2 months without being able to go out with our friends or see our grandparents, all whilst wondering what will happen with our exams, was, in short, mentally exhausting. In the end, however, we got through it and life is slowly returning to its normal state. Despite this pandemic, we have all managed to graduate, which is something we couldn't have done without the help of our parents, who were there for us since day one. It is a shame that they can't be here tonight to cheer us on after all these years of continuous support they have shown us, but I'm sure they are very proud to finally see us graduate. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would also like to thank our teachers who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure we could be here tonight, ready to take the next step in our lives, as well as the management and staff who have assisted us on multiple occasions. As this year has shown us, we shouldn't let any setbacks prevent us from moving forward, trying again, and in the end, achieving our goals. I want to encourage every single one of you to keep educating yourselves past school, past university, striving to improve and making your mark on this world, as that is when you will feel truly complete. No award will ever compare with the satisfaction of being able to truly say, I am a better person than I was yesterday. I am following my dreams. I am making a difference. Whilst this has been the hardest homework assignment that I have ever received, and this speech has been giving me anxiety for the past week, I would like to say that I'm honored to stand here, giving my last contribution of Class 7. This ceremony is one of the most important events of our lives, and we have all worked very hard to get here. We all have countless opportunities in front of us, and it is up to us to ensure we make the best of them. I wish you all the best. Thank you for your attention.
We continue with a farewell speech for our graduate Fotis Papathomás.
Αξιότιμοι κύριοι διευθυντές, αγαπητοί καθηγητές και καθηγήτριες, αγαπητοί γονείς, αγαπητοί μου συμμαθητές και συμμαθήτριες. Σας καλωσορίζω στην τελετή αποφοίτησής μας, που σηματοδοτεί και επίσημα τη λήξη μιας ιδιαίτερης σχολικής πορείας, που είμαι σίγουρος θα μείνει σε όλους μας αξέχαστη. Μια πορεία γεμάτη κόπο, σκληρή δουλειά, αλλά και πολλές αξέχαστες στιγμές που φτάνει στο τέλος της, κάτω από πρωτόγνωρες συνθήκες για όλους μας, πράγμα που την καθιστά ακόμα πιο συγκινητική και μοναδική. Λόγω της πανδημίας, οι προηγούμενοι μήνες έφεραν πολλές αλλαγές στην καθημερινότητά μας και γέμισαν τους ανθρώπους ανά το παγκόσμιο με άγχος και αβεβαιότητα για το τι θα έφερνε η επόμενη μέρα. Για εμάς, αυτό συνέβη σε μια περίοδο όπου υπό κανονικές συνθήκες θα προετοιμαζόμαστε για τις εξετάσεις, ώστε να υλοποιήσουμε με επιτυχία τους στόχους για τους οποίους δουλέψαμε τόσα χρόνια. Όπως όλοι γνωρίζουμε, για πρώτη φορά, τα σχολεία σε πολλές χώρες αναγκάστηκαν να κλείσουν για ένα μεγάλο χρονικό διάστημα και διάφορα εξεταστικά κέντρα αποφάσισαν να ακυρώσουν τις εξετάσεις για την ασφάλεια όλων των εμπλεκομένων. Σε αυτό το σημείο, θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω όλους τους καθηγητές μας που συνέχισαν την επίπονη προσπάθεια που έκαναν όλα αυτά τα χρόνια για να μας βοηθήσουν όχι μόνο να εξελιχθούμε ακαδημαϊκά, αλλά και να γίνουμε καλύτεροι άνθρωποι. Προσπάθησαν με όλα τα διαθέσιμα μέσα να μας κρατήσουν σε επαφή με τη μάθηση και να συνεχίσουν τη μετάδοση της γνώσεις με τον δικό τους ξεχωριστό τρόπο, παρόλη την αβεβαιότητα που επικρατούσε. Ταυτόχρονα, θα ήθελα να πω και ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ στο σχολείο μας, που λαμβάνοντας υπόψη όλα όσα συνέβαιναν, την ψυχολογία μας και τις ανησυχίες μας, κατάφερε να δημιουργήσει ένα δίκαιο πλάνο για να τελειώσει αίσια αυτό το 7χρονο ταξίδι, το οποίο στιγμάτισε τη ζωή μας και διαμόρφωσε το χαρακτήρα μας. Την ίδια ώρα, θα ήταν άδικο αν δεν λέγαμε και ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ στους γονείς μας και στις οικογένειές μας για την ακατάπαυστη αγάπη και υποστήριξή τους προς εμάς σε όλη τη διάρκεια αυτής της μακράς πορείας, αλλά ιδιαίτερα αυτούς τους τελευταίους δύσκολους μήνες, αφού χωρίς αυτούς η υλοποίηση των στόχων μας θα ήταν αφάνταστα πιο δύσκολη. Αγαπητοί συμμαθητές, μετά από όλα όσα ζήσαμε μαζί, νομίζω μπορώ να πούμε με σιγουριά ότι είμαστε η πιο ξεχωριστή χρονιά τελειοφύτων που πέρασε από αυτό το σχολείο και γι' αυτό θα ήθελα να συγχαρώ τον καθένα σας ξεχωριστά. Κατά τη διάρκεια αυτής της μακράς πορείας, καταφέραμε να αποκτήσουμε γνώσεις, ιδανικά, αξίες και τελικά την ουσιαστική παιδεία που θα μας παρέχει όλα τα εφόδια που χρειαζόμαστε για να προχωρήσουμε στη μετέπειτα ζωή μας. Ταυτόχρονα, το πιο σημαντικό για εμένα είναι ότι κερδίσαμε φίλους που θα μείνουν μαζί μας για μια ζωή. Ανθρώπους με τους οποίους περάσαμε τόσα πολλά αυτά τα 7 χρόνια. Από το να είμαστε μαζί καθημερινά στην τάξη και στο διάλειμμα, μέχρι τις αξέχαστες στιγμές στην κακοπετριά και στα ταξίδια που πήγαμε μαζί. Αυτοί οι άνθρωποι έπαιξαν καθοριστικό ρόλο στη διαμόρφωση του χαρακτήρα μας και είμαι σίγουρος ότι θα εξακολουθήσουν να βρίσκονται στο πλευρό μας σε χαρές αλλά και σε δύσκολες στιγμές. Αγαπητοί συμμαθητές, αγαπητοί φίλοι, το τέλος αυτής της σχολικής μας ζωής είναι μονάχα η αρχή ενός νέου ταξιδιού και θα ήθελα να ευχηθώ καλή επιτυχία σε όλους στα επόμενα βήματα της ζωής σας, όποια και αν επιλέξετε να είναι αυτά. Καλό καλοκαίρι, καλή στρατιωτική θητεία στα αγόρια και καλό φοιτητικό ξεκίνημα σε όσους θα πάνε στο πανεπιστήμιο. Σας ευχαριστώ.
We continue with the presentation of the school living certificates by Mr. Nikos Grigoriou. Ayapina Yulia. Arifai Sandy. Anshus Ayla. Antoniu Andreas. Apostolou Nicole. Αριστοτέλους Δημήτρης. Αβράμιο Ακίμ. Πασάκοβα Πολίνα. Πετεβιάννη Ζαπέρ. Belgique Julieta. Bolshakov Ivan. Bugaitz Alexei is not coming tonight. Christoforou Nicole. Konstantinidis Stefanos. Davis Andreas. Dimitriadis Andreas. Dimitriadis Christian. Dimitriou Dimitris. Ηρακλέους Αλέξανδρος. Γιορκάτζης Πανίκος. Κιψ Σοφία. Κούλκο Ιβάν. Χατζηφιερής Παναγιώτης. Χατζηθεοδοσίου Ελλάδα. Ηλία Έλενα. Ιωάννου Μιχάλης. Καπηρής Αντώνης. Καραολή Πρόδρομος. Κασάπης Χρήστος. Λεωνίκου Ανδρέας. Κόκκινος Ορέστης. Κοναρή Άντριαν. Κονομή Γεωργία. Κουτσουλίδα. Κρυβίσκη Μικίτα. Κυπριανίδου Ελίνα. Λαζάρ Πιάνκα. Λεοντίου Αλέξανδρος. Γιοντής Γεώργιος. Λυσότης Ανδρέας. Μελνίκοβα Σνεζιάνα. Μεσολογγίτης Νικόλας. Μιχαήλ Αυγή. Μιχαήλ Νιώβη. Μιχαλάκ Αντριάννα. Is not with tonight. Μινάκο Βάννα. Μυρζονιάν Αλεξάνδερ. Μίτροβιτς Νικόλα. Nazir Abdullah. Nikolaidis Isabella. Oelchen Jetem. Παναγίδη Ρεβέκα. Παναγί Μάριο. Παπαθωμάς Φώτης. Παυκονίδης Λούις. Φιλιππίδου Αργυρό. Φιλίππου Ιάκωβος. Κερίδη Μισελ. Πισουρίου Σεμέλη. Πογιατζής Κίμωνας. Πρωτόπαπας Βάσος. Ψάχτη Ξάνθια. Ραζουμόφσκα Γιανατέσκα. Not coming tonight. Σάβα Έκτορας. Σαπάνης Σωτήρης. Σίμκους Τζόνας. Σοφοκλέους Χρήστος. Solomonidis Ioanna. Stilianou Constantina. Ταλιώτης Ραφαήλ. Κανσουλέσκου Λαβίνια. Cibulski Daniil. Udovchenko Anastasia. Βασιλείου Ορέστης. Βασίλκο Βίκτορ. Βαταμανιούκ Σέρκιο. Βύρονος Μαρία. Yin Mengyu. Ζαχαρίου Άλεξ. Ζαγωνιάν Μάικλ. We continue with the awards to the students with the highest grade point average in each subject. Accounting. Χατζηδιοδοσίου Ελλάδα. Ηλία Έλενα. Κυπριανίδου Ελίνα. In art, Michelle Pieridis. Honorable mention, Christoforou Nicole. In biology, Ilietta Belgique, Fodis Papathomas. In chemistry, Ilietta Belgique, Anna Minakova, Meng Yu Yin. In computers, Joachim Avram. Honorable mention, Dimitris Aristotelou. In economics, Semeli Pissuriou. Honorable mention, Ayla Angeles, Elina Kyprianidou, Alexandros Leondiou. In English, Joachim Avram, Julietta Belgique, Georgia Konomi, Lida Koutsou, Elina Kyprianidou, Michail Avgi, Fodis Papathomas, Semeli Pissuriou, Jonas Simkus, Ioanna Solomonidis, Daniil Tsibulski, Anastasia Udovchenko, and Maria Vironos. Fodis? In English literature, Jonas Simkus. In French, Rebecca Banagili. In geography, Georgia Gonomi, Maria Vironos. In Greek, Joachim Avram, Iulietza Belgique, Avgi Michail, Fodis Papathomás, Semeli Pissuriou, Ioanna Solomonidis, Maria Vironos. In graphic communication, Rebecca Banagidi. In history, Avgi Michail. In mathematics, Joachim Avram, Ioanna Solomonidis, Ben Yin. Honorable mention, Fodis Papathomás, Iulietza Belgique, Lida Koutsou, Semeli Pissuriou. Further mathematics, Ioanna Solomonidi, Meng Yu Yin. Physics, Ioanna Solomonidis. Honorable mention, Fotis Papastomas, Joachim Avram. In politics, Mikhail Avgi, Maria Vironos. Honorable mention, Georgia Konomi. In statistics, Alexandros Leondiou. Honorable mention, Andreas Lisodis. An award for their contribution to the Music and Drama Club to Andreas Davis, Panikos Georgakis, Alexandros Leondiou, Niovi Mikhail, Pella Nikolaidis, Iagobos Philippou, Semeli Pisturiou, Xanthia Psafti. An award for their contribution to the Greek Drama Club to Iulietta Belgic, Christos Kasabis, and Maria Vironos. Awards for their achievements in sports to Sotiris Chapanis, Ivan Gulko Volleyball. For basketball, Alexandros Leondiou, Andreas Lysodis, Ivan Bolshakov, Nicolas Mesolongidis, Hectoras Savas, and Christos Sophocleou. An honorable mention for their contribution to the school assemblies to Nicolas Mesolongidis and Alexandros Leondiou. Apparently for basketball ήταν και ο Αντώνης Καπηρής, sorry, ξεχάσα τον. And track and field, Dimitriadis Andreas. To Alexandros for the assemblies. Students that achieved high honors during the academic year. Kyprianidou Elena, Leondiou Alexandros, Michail Avyii, Pelziki Ulietsa, Bonomi Georgia, Pisuriou Semeli, Maria Vironos, Ying Mengyu. We would also like to congratulate the following students for receiving an honorable mention for their academic achievement. The relevant certificates will be included in their student folder. Please stand up upon hearing your names. Ayla Aishles, Sibuski Daniel, Udovchenko Anastasia, Kutsu Lida, Hachitedosiu Elada, Anna Minakova, Andreas Lishodis. Congratulations. The award for the best overall graduate to Joachim Avram, Sodis Pabathomas, Ioanna Solomonidis. The Hellenic Bank has generously decided to present the top graduates of all schools in Cyprus a monetary award. Thank you. We have come to the end of our ceremony. Thank you for being with us. Have a nice and enjoyable summer. Our graduating class of 2020.